Alright. So, that was actually quite a good nap. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. Wait, what? Why am I looking outside? Alright, well, anyway. So, along my journey, I picked up a funny device called the echolocator. Now, this is a device we're gonna use tomorrow. I'm not gonna use this today. I'm gonna use this tomorrow, because tomorrow, we've got a whole thing going on. I've been sensing a presence, and I think this thing is going to allow me to see that thing. But first, we're going to go ahead to the anomaly, because I know for a fact that Nolo and Pada, that Polo and Nada have a funny egg aboard the anomaly. And this egg, it does quite a bit. So I'm going to go ahead, hop in my ship, and I'll see you guys at the anomaly. Alright, so I believe it's you. You have what I need. Here we go. 1 void egg.
Collectible received.
Let's go ahead and see. Wait, that didn't use any quicksilver. What? Wait, did I get it? Oh, I did. Okay. Well, a void egg. An anomalous egg. The shell is tough and leathery and twitches when touched. A faint tapping can be heard coming from within. From time to time, it appears to sing. Interesting. So, I believe all we have to do now is fly back out into space and see what this thing does. So I believe all I have to do is hit the pulse drive. Yep, and there it is. That's what I saw. Electronic consciousness override. We hear you, traveler. We are connected. Your body is of ours. This craft is like none I have ever seen before. It looks alive. Its broadcast is pure music, and yet I understand the melody making words in my mind. The void egg I acquired from the Space Anomaly begins to resonate in response. Continue to listen. The tones that had previously formed words now shift in form, modulating their music into readable navigation data. Coordinates have been registered to my starship systems. And this is the start of Starbirth. Follow the call of the void egg. That I shall do. Alright, and this is the world. This is a very strange world, and I cannot seem to find my way around, so I'll meet back with you guys soon. I believe I found whatever my target is. Oh, it's a monolith. Interesting, okay. Distributed secure archive, okay. Archive of Korvax Prime. Retrieval in progress. Log follows. Language transfer with non-convergent individuals now processed. Understood. Possible. But coexistence unavailable until the nature of non-convergent experience understood. Gek, Vikine, 2 removed. Must begin the experiment with fewer variables. Control required. Experimental synthesis unit. Operational. Awaiting biogenesis materials. This ancient structure is a recording of convergence activity on Korvax Prime. It appears to contain the pathway for recreating a long-forgotten experiment. Insert materials. 1 consciousness bridge. I can't do that. I do not have the materials this machine desires. As if in response to this failure, it supplies me with a blueprint. Is this what my egg has been seeking? A consciousness bridge. So we need hexite, ugnium, and a Korvax casing. Alright, well I'll be right back and go ahead and get that. Alright, so I've made it. Let's go ahead and do this once again. Awaiting biogenesis materials. Insert. The machine accepts the biogenic machine I have assembled for it. I hear a hum, the rumbling echo of its past experiments returning to the present. It outputs, births, a cluster of cells, some proto-tissue. What purpose do these ancient Korvax have in mind? Fragile neural stem, a delicate web of living tissue. This is the spark that will ignite a new life form into existence. It requires careful attendance while it matures. Allow the neural stem to mature. So here's the thing about this mission. This is the one thing that I actually do not like about Starbirth, is that you have to wait a full 24-hour period. But I'm not going to do that. I'm actually just going to time skip because I don't want to wait that long just to get the mission done. So without further ado, I will be back, and I will let this thing mature. It seems my drone has actually brought me back. So, it did work. I did, in fact, time skip. So now I have to await contact, which I believe is in space. Ooh, you're back again. The metal masters bind us no more. We are free. We may swim, fly, live, die. The void egg quivers as the lilting music of the alien ship fills my cockpit. It is a motion of recognition, except the transmission. The song of the ship, the creature, fills my starship, spilling from circuit to circuit, flooding the computer. As the music fades, I hear a faint echo, a gently hummed response. The void egg. Interstellar coordinates received. Alright, that's the next area we have to go to. So let's go ahead and go. I have made it to the planet. Ow. What the hell was that for? I have made it to the planet though, and this planet looks very interesting. Let's go ahead and land real quick. Look at this. Look at the terrain. Look at the landscape. What is going on here? I landed next to a drop pod too, so I'm probably going to take advantage of that, but look at this. This is a desert world, I believe. Yeah, it's a desert world. Oh, I am really far. Are you fucking joking, man? Okay, well, let me go ahead and grab this. Okay, I have made it to another secure archive. So these are archives of Korvax Prime, of an experiment that they were doing. Log follows. Partial success achieved. The bridge allowed the implantation of consciousness shards within discrete shells. Unit remains connected to greater mind. Sensory inputs fully shared. Attempts to localize sensory inputs cause traumatic desperation. Unfruitful. Suspect biological core required. Root sensory experience and bodily experience to improve stability. System must have local control. Experiment synthesis unit. Operational. Awaiting biogenesis materials. The plaque replays more data from before the destruction of Korvax Prime. These researchers were building something. A biological shell? An individual manifestation of their own convergent minds? One pulsating core. These machines were built to synthesize life from advanced technology. I am once again supplied with the plans required, pushed on down this path by those who tried before. One of the plans is for a novel multi-tool upgrade, the solar ray. Alright, this is an alchemical laser, and this is used to transform terrain deposits into liquid sun. And then we also got the pulsating core, which is a biomechanical construct created to the design of an anomalous host. Okay, well, I fricked that up, but you already know how it is. So, now I have to produce a pulsating core, but I believe it's going to lead me down a path of actually... Oh yeah, I have to install the solar ray. So I'm going to go in and do that off camera, and I'm going to go ahead and just get the materials, because let's not waste any time. Alright. I finally came back. So, let's go ahead and insert the materials. As the machine begins its work, I feel the egg twitch within my exosuit. It is responsible for activating these machines. Its imprint is upon the life I am creating. So now we have a fragile heart. Though nothing more than a cluster of cells, it is already possible to detect the soft beating of this proto-heart. It requires careful attendance while it matures. So now I must allow the fragile heart to mature, but you already know what I'm going to do. I think it's time to time skip. I'll meet you guys in a bit. Alright, and that is it. So now, it has matured. I totally did not time skip or anything, so let's go ahead and make contact with the Starbirth alien once again. And there we go. Welcome back. You are on our path. We see it. We understand where it leads. It is necessary. Perhaps we thank you. Perhaps. The words of the ship ring in my ears. They have real expression, an unsynthesizable quality, and yet I see no pilot, except the transmission. My dance with this strange life form, for I am convinced this ship is alive, continues. It has bound itself to me, and this egg is the bridge. Oh, I wanted to get a photo with you. Damn it. Okay, well, I'm gonna just follow the call of the void egg and proceed forward. It seems like we have some kind of lush planet, but it also has, like, a very odd effect to it. Oh, that's why. I'm already getting damage? Oh. That is... What is this, actually? A wandering spore cloud. I've never seen that before. Alright, let's just go to the place. I have found the next monolith. Alright, let's see it. Okay. Carapace program concluded. Machine optimized. Biological core unnecessary with correct local sensory throttle configuration. Yet, non-convergence insufficiently processed. Biogenesis may offer future refuge. Increased autonomy must be studied. Experimental synthesis unit operational. Awaiting biogenesis materials. These words are translated, designed to be read by non-convergent entities. Were the authors working beyond their brief? Had they become divergent, lured by the flesh they had created? How many others have walked the same path of creation? One impossible membrane that I do not have. The ancient Korvax machine hums faintly to itself as it etches another blueprint, another fragment of the puzzle of organic life. The impossible membrane, yet another biomechanical construct. I don't know why I'm not able to read today. I mean, I am quite tired, so to be fair, that nap was nice, but I think it was a little too nice. Now I have to go ahead and prepare the impossible membrane for the egg host, so I will be back. Okay, what? Sentinel? What are you doing here? Okay. Alright, so I have the materials now. I must insert it. I have prepared what was asked, and the machine has brought another piece of life into the universe. Do these clusters think? Do they feel? Where is the boundary between life and an organic machine? A fragile shell. Translucent and impossibly thin, this shell is no more than the merest breath of glass, and yet the potential is clear. Relentless multiplicative hardening, adding constantly to its strength. It requires careful attendance while it matures. So, you already know the drill by now. I will be back. Alright. It is done. I actually had to skip 2 days in a row. I didn't do one. I had to do 2. I was not going to wait 25 hours and 1 minute. I wasn't going to do that, man. I just skipped 2 days in a row. That's all I did. So, let's go ahead and meet up with the void egg. And there it is, once again. Alright, let's answer that call. I got a quick photo with him real quick. You will perform the binding. We see you assemble the components, like the metal masters before you. And yet, you share a mind with the other iterations, yet you do not converge. Perhaps you will understand. Accept the transmission? Each time this being floods my ship with their beautiful song, I attempt to commit the experience to memory, to recall it later. And yet, when it fades from my present, it fades entirely. All I have is navigation data. Alright. Follow the call of the void egg. Once again. I actually have no idea how many pieces of the puzzle there are to this, but it seems like quite a bit. Very interesting planet. This one's a little weird. It's a lush anomaly. I don't think I've encountered one like this in a while. Or at all. This one's very interesting. This thing. This is one of those boundary failures, I think. It's a very interesting concept. We actually have no idea what these do in particular. And they don't really have a use at the moment, but they are quite intriguing, I gotta admit. Archive of Korvax Prime. Retrieval in progress. Log follows. Biological shell is unstable, erratic. Convergent mind data cannot be overloaded through one process center. Multiple sites required. Distributed biology to match distributed mind structure. Alignment appears necessary, yet centralized identity must anchor each shell. Experimental synthesis unit. Operational. Awaiting biogenesis materials. I hold in my hands fragments of life. Heart, body, network. But is it life? Would it converge with other minds? Here was the crux of this ancient experiment. 1 seed of glass. I do not have it. I can feel the life forms I carry. The egg, the heart, the skin, the nerves, pulsate as they sense the aura of this machine. They are aware that something is happening, even if they cannot comprehend what it is. What must that feel like? I am fed another blueprint, another plan to follow. Once again, I must adapt my multi-tool to some new purpose. And then, we get the Animus Beam, which is a unique overload to the multi-tool's standard mining laser, and these beam frequencies are modulated precisely in a feedback loop within the delta waves generated by the impact target. I read that completely wrong, but I just wanted to sound cool. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead, get that installed, and Seeds of Glass. So we actually use that to get the Fragmented Qualia, but Fragmented Qualia also comes from something completely brand new that you can get on any planet that has water. So any planet that has water, if you can catch a child of Aquarius, then you can release a boundary whore, and those boundary whores will give you Fragmented Qualia. It's a very interesting thing. So let me go ahead and install this, and I'll be right back. That was a while, but we're back, and let's see. I do have it. The machine accepts these bizarre seeds. It performs this miracle, working a new life form into being, a new cluster for me to care for. A growing singularity, a slow knitting together of flesh, neurons, and antimatter. The way this mind experiences the universe is beyond any imagining. It requires careful attendance while it matures. Once again, call the ship over. Why can I land here? Oh, there we go. Call the ship over, let it land, and then I will go ahead and time skip. Alright, the time skip has been fixed. Let's go ahead and make contact. And we meet in the flesh once again. You actually took a while to get here. It is nearly complete, but here we will diverge. If you share yourself with us, it is sacrifice. There is no infinite mind to spill. It must be yielded. The song of this strange space creature has changed. Subtle, but unmistakable. It has become a duet, a perfect harmony with the void egg. Continue to listen. The voice of the alien is fading. It feels weaker. And in a perfect inverted echo, the void echo grows in volume, its music now insistent, pounding. It has its own message. Oh? The void egg seeks a specific world. Alright, time to go head to it. So it's actually giving me a set of coordinates. The hunter, the reflection, the hunter, the spiral of reality, the star over water. Okay, so I actually don't know the actual names of the glyphs. So these are the real names of the glyphs, but I don't know what these are. I know some, I don't know all, but it says Euclid, Euclid, Euclid. So it must be in Euclid, meaning I have to go back to Euclid. Alright, so I will be back, I guess. Okay, so I've made my way back to Euclid Galaxy. I went here to this trade post to go ahead and buy a dagger because I need to go locate a portal. But next to this trade post is a sentinel pillar. And next to that sentinel pillar is some kind of plaque or monolith. And then next to that plaque or monolith is an archive. And next to that archive is a transmission tower. What the hell is going on here? Got a free multi-tool out of this. Nice. Alright, let's go ahead and locate that portal. Alright. And we have arrived. I believe I would have to input each individual glyph on its own. So I'm gonna have to probably memorize each word and correlate it with each glyph. That's gonna take a while. So let's just go ahead and get this started. Okay, I believe I have found the proper coordinates. I don't know why they did it like this. I'm gonna be completely honest, chat. I forgot I'm recording. Alright. I'm gonna shut up now. I'm just gonna input the glyphs. Okay, apparently that's it. So, let's see. Let's see if I'm right. Or if they're right, not me. I did not make that post. But I found it on Reddit. Apparently, someone has found this about like years ago or so. Do you work? Is this right? The egg sings the song of a fallen traveler. Oh, the planet signature matches. Let's go. It actually worked. Okay. All right, let's head to that area. Whew. I think I have found the area. Well, I don't think. I know I found the area. I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's see. Forgotten terminal. Clear that thing. I don't know why it's covered in goop. Let's see. Is that you? Seems different. The terminal echoes an ancient signal, the final disrupted fragments of a fallen traveler. The signal is a recording, a loop captured by a strange device lodged in the terminal input. Let's collect it. So now we have a soul chamber, and this part sucks. I'm gonna be honest. It does not feel good, but we have to acquire archive souls for the egg host. So we're gonna have to snatch some traveler souls to fulfill our wish. Oh man, this is gonna suck. Hello? I'm sorry. I hate to do this. Are you there? Are you? What's happening? I hate to do that, man. It really does suck, but let's move on to the next one. Okay, Mr. Man. Who's there? Sorry, had to collect you. No, no, no. Oh man, it sucks. It sucks, man, but it is what it is. Hello, man. Where did you... What? I'm sorry, man. Why are you... Where am I going? You are going into a vessel. It sucks. I did not ask for this, but you have to go into a vessel. For my own needs. I am sorry. Okay, back to my reality I go. And I am back in what appears to be that desert world that I started with. Also, how is my ship wedged into the ground? And how the hell did that even happen? Okay, let's just hop in the ship. Oh? Traveler, forgive our invasion of your personal interface. We are dying. Our body is old, fading. Our mind unravels. We must be renewed. We must be restored. It is the way it has always been. Refresh us. Reset us. Rebirth what you have made. Will we be the same? Unknown. What it must be. Let's hatch the egg. A set of coordinates are beamed to my navigation computer. And there we go. Now, we must locate the new life form. Now, be ready to have some nanites on hand, because this thing is not free, despite all your hard efforts. And there it is. That's it. That's what we have made. The fallen host. There it is. Fused organic technology. The starship. The creature? The shell lies next to me. Lights pulse across its surface, but it is still quiet. Let's begin the biogenesis. The heart begins to beat, weak, but undeniable. Let's continue. The ship quivers in response, suddenly aware of my touch. Let us continue. I feel the machinery solidify beneath my hands, its flesh taking form as a living being. The ship is complete. But my task is not yet complete. It needs something more. Awaken it. It is done. It is alive. And there it is. And now, Starbirth is essentially complete. All you have to do is just... Well, it's not really complete. You have to go up to it. It's always an S class. It's never anything less than that. And so... compare, and then you could swap your ship or claim your ship. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and claim it, and there we go. Starbirth is now completed. So now look at this. It actually looks quite nice. It's not exactly what I was hoping for, but you know what, it doesn't matter. It looks great. Now let's hop inside. I want to go ahead and look at it in first person. Ooh. Look at this thing. Wow. This thing is weird, man. So strange. Imagine flying this thing. It's so interesting. Now let's just go ahead and take off. And there it goes. It's also very quiet. You can also divert power with this as well. It sounds really cool, but it's also very quiet at the same time. It is a very interesting design for a ship. That I will give it. But now I must head back to my homeworld. And speaking of my homeworld, we're actually quite close to something, I guess you can say a revelation. We're pretty close to it. And I can't wait to show it because it all starts tomorrow. Back home. Back at home sweet home. Or I guess settlement sweet settlement. I don't know what you would call this. But it's a very nice place. I love it. It's a good place to settle down. And I wish I could take Laylaps in, but he doesn't like to go inside for some reason. So I'm just going to go ahead and take a nap. Yep. Oh, interesting. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and take a nap.